everyone, welcome. My name's Melinda and I'm here with Creative Collections. Hello and welcome. How is everyone? Happy Wednesday. Woo. Okay, so what I started doing, so that way I'm not wasting a bunch of time and you're not watching paint dry, I started painting my round, and so I'm finishing that up. And then because we have some other stuff to paint too, we're going to set it aside and then we will come back to it. Okay? So as you're hopping on, be sure to say hello. Hello. Happy Wednesday. I know I've said that. I'm excited it's Wednesday. Tomorrow is my Friday because I don't work on Friday. Woo woo. Hey Connie, you're my first commenter. Hello Faye. Hi Michelle. Michelle, you're on YouTube, so I'm gonna go ahead and write you a ticket for YouTube. Awesome. So Connie. How is everyone? Hi Terry. Okay, so we're using 3 transfers tonight. I know, wow. I must be crazy. Anyways, I painted, you're all like, what did she do? I painted the board, the round, in ivy, okay? So I wanted to see, well, this is my inspiration. This ribbon here. That's my inspiration. Look at that ribbon. Woo, it's gorgeous. So that's what we're going to use. Let me clean this up. We got a few things to paint tonight before we can actually use a transfer. And that's part of, crafting, is prepping those surfaces and stuff. Hey, hi Teresa. Hello. Okay, just cleaning that up. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring y'all on down to a clean surface. And so I have a wood cut out here of Santa Claus, that one transfer. Oh, where is it at? I have it pulled. I saw that. Okay, so I cut him out like so. He fits on the transfer perfectly. I'm trying out a new wood. This is MDF, okay? So we're gonna try that out and see how that goes. Hi, Deborah. Hello, Faye. Yay. What do you want to call it? The laser just finished. So let me go turn that off real quick. I'll be right back. Envision him all painted. Maybe when I come back he'll be painted. I don't know. There we go. Turn the air on so I can breathe. Oh man, he's not painted. Hi Tanya. Hello everyone. Okay, we're going to paint Santa with Dune, and then we're going to paint my board with vanilla. So we're using 2 different colors of kind of like off-white. Okay. So Santa is going to be Dune. Just sprayed a little bit of water in there. That way I'm not working with dry paste or semi-dry. So let's move that out of the way. Yep, we're going to use Dune. And if I have to put 2 coats on, I'll put 2 coats on. But yeah, I'm using this MDF. I just cut out on the laser. So we'll see how it goes. It feels like it's thicker than the birch wood that I use, which is a quarter inch. So it's great for like these standalones or, you know, wood cutouts that don't have multiple pieces to them. When you have multiple pieces, then you need the thinner wood. Okay. Michelle says, I just finished chalking a wood round for her sister there to hang on her hood vent. Oh, you'll post pictures tomorrow. Sounds great. You love watching me paint? I don't know. When I watch other crafters paint, I fast forward. So I'm like, I don't know. We're going to dry this. We're going to put a second coat on. The glue gun is on, Faye. Yay! Hey, you know what? That's a ticket for you for reminding me. Because now you gotta remind me to turn it off, though. You gotta remind me to turn it off. Okay. Whoops. There we go. There, I just put one in for you. So yeah, I'm off on Friday. Teachers have to work, but I'm a teacher, but I'm technically not a teacher. I'm not a classroom teacher. I work with behavior kids. So if there's no behavior kids in the building, then I don't have to work. That means I've done my job. They're home. Okay, I do like how this MDF is painting up. Just a FYI. I do like it. Santa's gonna be so stinking cute. He saw that. So we're going to be chalking a little bit tonight. A lot. What am I talking about? We're chalking a lot. Okay, so that one is done. Faye! Woo woo! See what happens when you comment? You get a ticket. There you go. There's another one for you. Okay, let's paint up. So then I have this tag that you can buy. I think you get like a 2-pack. Let me check. I think it's a 2-pack. No, it's just one. And they're called the Simple Tags. They're called the Simple Tags. They're 5x7s, which are perfect for crafting with. And we're going to paint this one vanilla. Okay. I'm I'm getting to the end of my some of my chalk, so I do have to add water. I always add water when I paint with chalk paste because it's not meant to like paint, like it wasn't designed to paint with. However, designers like myself, we figured out, oh, well, it's water-based, so if we add just a little bit of water, we can thin it down where we can use it as paint. And so it's non-toxic, easy to use. We put water in it, distilled water, and guess what? It will absorb that water without ruining the consistency or the paste, because you always have to water. You have to mix your paste up and you have to water it down. So this is a good alternative. So I'm going to dry this and we're going to put another coat on because that's not okay. I like how the dune turned out on my Santa. So now we're going to, and we might have to put a third coat on. And if we do, that's okay. You just keep layering until you get the right coverage that you want. But remember, you have to let it dry. It has to be dried completely before you can chalk on it, because otherwise your transfers will peel up. Waxing helps, but you definitely want it dry. So I still see some streakage, and so we're going to dry it and we'll put another coat on. My wrist itches. My wrist itches. How's everybody's Wednesday? My Wednesday was good. We're gonna make a bow tonight. Wow, we got a lot to do. Just gonna mix that up. Found out today, my son took Oreo, well, he took all the animals to the vet. Just for their annual checkup and to get their shots and stuff. Anyways, Oreo, the vet detected something wrong with his heart. And so he's got to go back next month for some blood work. And if the blood work comes back high, what they were suspecting, then I have to take him to a cardiologist to, I guess, have tests run. So, Oreo, y'all remember Oreo, my sweet little boy. He possibly has a bad heart. Am I using the bow machine? What bow machine? The bow maker? I didn't plan on using the bow maker tonight. On my day off on Friday, I am going to go to the fair with a girlfriend. We're going to go early in the morning. Well, it opens at 10:30. If that's as early as it's going to get. And so, because when I went Sunday with my daughter and the kids, I didn't really get to go to the hobby area and look at the quilts and stuff. And so I'm going to go do that on Friday. Okay. So let's set these aside to dry. Set that there. I'll set that there. I'm going to pull my round. I'm going to back the camera up just a tad bit so y'all can get a full view. There we go. I painted it with ivy. Isn't that beautiful? This is ivy color. I'm going to dry it really good. And then we'll put some wax on it. But I painted this before I came live while everything was cutting out on the machine. And, because what am I going to do? Stare at the machine? Trust me, I've done that though. Sometimes I just get so mesmerized by the laser, I just sit there and stare and watch it cut. Yeah, Oreo has a heart issue. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I just see cha-ching dollar signs, you know. But we'll see. We'll wait and see what the blood work comes back. They said it could just be that he was stressed from having to go to the vet. You know, like, I used to get, like, high blood pressure. Like, only when I was going to the doctor, my blood pressure would go high. But, you know, they would do those tests. Like, you had to, like, take your blood pressure for 10 days, morning, noon, and night, and all that stuff. And my blood pressure was perfectly fine at home, at work, and everything. But as soon as I walked into the doctor's office, it would skyrocket. And so they said what I had was, and it's a real condition, it's called white coat syndrome. People that are afraid of doctors end up with it, and I'm one of them. So we're using this transfer tonight. It's called Holiday Presents. Isn't this cute? Look, it's got the candy cane, the trees. We're going to use shimmer. No, we're using Nominee. We're using shimmer. No, I don't use shimmers. Kind of watching a pot boil. Exactly. Exactly. But with at least watching a laser though, especially like if I am cutting or like doing engraving, it's kind of cool to see the picture form right in front of you. Okay, so we're gonna cut this transfer like so. And then we'll cut this one like so. Go. And then let me grab my fuzzing cloth. My much needed, oh, I need a new fuzzing cloth. I got glue stuck on this thing. It's well loved fuzzing cloth. Nothing ever looks new here. That's like, I will go and I'll watch a few designers and I see, you know, like, I see that they've made a couple of projects with the same transfer, but every time they pull out the transfer, it's a brand new one. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have that kind of money. Okay. So I am going to turn my board, my round. Oh, I can't get, there we go. I'm going to turn it this way. I just need to see Santa real quick. No. I thought I saw somebody just walking in my backyard. Guess it's a shadow. Let's see. Okay. Get those air bubbles out. Have a good day at work. Shimmers are Matt's thing. I like that. Yep. He does like his shimmers. Me personally, I'm a metallic girl. Did you all see that shipping is $5 flat shipping right now? With a $50 purchase, you can get flat rate shipping. If you're in Canada, it's $6 flat rate shipping. So, just we're gonna stir up. This is a brand new thing in Nominee. Oh my God, doesn't that look just delicious? Oh, it looks like 24 karat gold. So I'm going to pull out, and you can do this with your paste, is if you have just a little bit in the bottom of your jar, like I do, pull it out. Okay. And then we're going to incorporate it. We're going to mix it all up. Mix it good. There we go. I was like, oh, can I take this off? No. I need to relabel it. Okay. So we're going to take a little bit into our squeegee, and then I'm going to go over it, over the transfer. Working it into the transfer like so. I'm pushing it down, pulling it up. Pushing it down, pull up on it. Now that way you're getting a good coverage. It's like spreading icing on a cake. So now I'm going to go over the entire transfer, taking off all that excess paste. And then we're going to do the aha moment. Oh my gosh, look how stinking cute that is. So I'll take that into the house to clean. Let's go ahead and dry this before I mess it up. Yeah, but look how dirty that lid is versus this one is all nice and clean. And what I love about Nominee is like after it dries, and I know you guys have heard this a million times, but it's like it's raised. It's like that embossing effect. Just absolutely love it. Don't touch what paste. Did you get an order in on that deal? Yeah, I need to put an order in. I need to get in on that deal. I touched it right there. You can't really tell. Only I can tell. Isn't this gorgeous? But wait, we're not done. So we're going to use the stripes on the transfer from that pattern transfer. Let me grab my fuzzing cloth because you want to fuzz, fuzz, fuzz. Fuzz, fuzz, fuzz. Okay. And we might have to use it a couple of times, meaning that we'll have to pick it up. I'm going to turn so I can actually see. Okay. We're going to grab the same chalk, the Nominee. We're going to pop it down. But don't be afraid to mix and match your transfer, especially the holiday. This is from the holiday launch. A lot of them go together. I just thought of this. I was thinking, a teacher asked me what this student's name was, and I'm like, for the life of me, I could not remember today. And I told her, you know, I'll remember it when I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll know exactly the student's name. It just came in my mind. Now I know. I remember it. You just want to make sure that your paste is good and dry. And then we're going to line it up again, like so. I'm just going to fit it in, lining it up. So we'll dry it, and then we'll do this little area. This looks darker than this because this part's dry, this part's not. But once it dries, it will all blend in. Okay. One last little bit. I'm going to line it up with this one. So what's great about our patterns is that they're easy to line up. You can see through them. That's always nice and a bonus through the transfers. So we can line them up. Okay. I'm going to use your idea. I'll just use the same lid. But see, it doesn't go on as nice as a brand new lid. Okay. And then we'll peel that up. We'll dry it. And then we will move on to the other pieces. And then we'll put it all together. Isn't this pretty? Okay. So let's go ahead and move this out of the way. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. Okay. And let's work on our Santa. Santa should be nice and dry. We're going to wax it. Use that surface wax. Is it $8 or I thought it was $6? Let me double check. Let me check for you. I could be wrong. Maybe I saw it when I didn't have my glasses on. That's very possible. $8. You're right, Michelle. Thank you for correcting me. I thought it was $6. So I probably looked at it without my glasses. My bad, but still $8 is really cheap to Canada. That is really, really cheap. I'm like, where is my transfer? Okay, this one is called I Saw That. It's good old Santa Claus. I made a round or a wood cutout SVG. So you could have a wood cutout, or you could, if you wanted the SVG, you could cut it out on like your Cricut or Silhouette or any kind of cutting machine. So we're going to line him up. Like so. And we're using ash. Can I see your comments? Connie, I've not seen any comments. Oh. I just saw that one. It just came through. Hey, Hannah. Yes, I'm making a bow tonight, Hannah. You cannot see new comments. It might be lagging a little bit. So just wait, because some just came through. So it could be lagging. So we used ash on my friend Saint Nick here. My jolly old Saint Nicholas friend. So I worked on my quilt last night. I'm in a sew along on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that's why I haven't been live, because I really want to get this quilt completed. I want to do this quilt. Oh my gosh, isn't he cute? Anyways, I stayed up last night and I got 4 quilt blocks done. Oh my gosh, that was absolutely... I stayed up till like 10 o'clock last night. Got a little tired last night. So if you go in and out, you see new comments. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Look at the detail in his face. So stinking cute. Okay, so let's let him finish drying there. And then remember this sign here? We're gonna wax it because we're gonna use another transfer. We're going to use another transfer. Like I said, we're using some transfers tonight. And are these transfers that I would use on a different project? Absolutely. I like ash too. I think it is better than shadow or black velvet. Okay, so this transfer is when you're drinking, but we're using Making Spirits Bright, not when you're drinking. The only downfall to a glass mat is that it's very sticky. The transfers want to stick to it really well. They just want to stick to it. We're going to use ash again on this part. Like I said, that's the only downfall. I'm gonna lay it back down. We'll use some ivy and cherry. I just pulled cherry out. We're supposed to get a storm in Saturday night. Hopefully it doesn't affect Rory and Piper have a race on Saturday. It's the last one of the year, and it's called Neon Thunder, and I know I've talked about it. And so it's done at after dark, and we're supposed to get a storm, rain, and everything after dark. So hopefully we can get the racing done, because it's their last race of the year. So we're gonna use some of this ivy, pull in those other colors that I used. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and dry everything and then start putting this baby to, well, I'm going to sand the edges, distress it a little bit, but we need to dry it. That's dry, so let's go ahead and Faye! I'll get your ticket in just a moment. Where's that? Oh, I probably should use a clean one. I'm like, I probably should use a clean one. Get all that paste all over my design. That would make me really, really sad. Just kind of dusting off the sawdust. And then here's what we're going to do. I'm going to try using another. We're going to put some glaze on it, just around the edges. Nothing, but it's the same color. It's the as the ash. So it's like antiquing. Just the antiquing. Okay. But let's take a little of this. Hi, Arlene. Welcome. Okay. Let's take a little bit of this ash and some water. A little bit of water. That was probably way too much. Let me find a brush. Okay. And if I have to add more ash in, I will. But you want it thin. Because what we're going to do is we're going to splatter. We're going to splatter. Just to give it a little bit of something. Something. Okay, we're gonna make a bow. We're gonna make a bow. There we go. Set that to dry. So we're gonna make a bow. How many times can I say we're gonna make a bow? Okay. So this was my inspiration of colors tonight. See how you have the gold and then like the ivy. So here's our gold and ivy. And then we're going to bring in our cream along with our Santa. Okay? And then we're going to put the bow like right here. Or, nope, that wouldn't work because that would be center. Nope, I want it here. Okay. I want it here. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our bow. We'll figure everything else out. Faye asked, am I going to use the bow maker? I hadn't planned on it. I'm going to make a big poofy bow. Like a big poofy bow. Not big poofy, but I want my poofs to be probably like that. Okay? And so then I know I need my tail. So this is how I make my bows. Y'all know that. I mean, I don't measure anything, right? You guys know that I don't measure. Nope, I want my bow to be smaller. Okay? So there's that, and then my tail, when I set it, I want it to come out to like there. So I'm going to cut my ribbon, and then I'll tell you the measurements after I figure this all out. So if I have my tail, so my bow measurements are going to be like 21 inches. So we're going to do 21 inches approximately, give or take. It doesn't, you don't have to be precise. So there's 2. I need to use up my ribbon so I can go buy more ribbon. Oh my gosh, they have so much pretty ribbon out. So Hannah says, I haven't been following the weather. It's smoky outside. Faye's like, Hannah, I read that in the 99 corridor, Fresno through Sacramento was getting thunder and lightning. Ooh. So I think the bow's going to pull everything together. How many did I cut? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do 9. Eight. The next time I make a bow, Faye, I'll use the bow maker. You know, I should bring out my big bow thing. My bow cadabra. What is it? Oops. I think it's called the bow dabra or something like that. Anyways, I bought it. Oh. Let's see if it's going to. Okay. So let's so we're going to fold about 3/4 of the way down. Anyways, I bought it when I put the tree up 2 years ago, and I wanted a great big bow, like a huge bow, hanging from it. I think y'all saw it. I think when I did the home tour. That was pre-cats. That was the day in life before I got a cat. And now the little stinker, he's sick. And I didn't know it. And I was telling one of my coworkers, you know, because she was there from day one with him, and the one that had gave him to me or hooked me up with him, the people that had him, and they're like, oh, not El Toro. Because it's a story. Anyways, they're really sad. Okay. Maybe I will, I don't know. You spent the day in Fresno, no clouds, just hot, over 100 degrees. Yuck. Gosh, you might as well move to Vegas. Just saying. Speaking of Vegas, they made the decision, because you know how Roy goes to Vegas every well, not every year, but he's been the last couple of years. And last year he podiumed and stuff. Well, they did make the decision. He's going back to Vegas. So we're doing Vegas again. And if you're new and you're wondering, well, who's Rory and what's Vegas and blah, 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 all that. Rory's my grandson. He's 9 years old. He drives quarter midget race cars. He is currently, as of 2 weeks ago, the champion World Formula driver. And he's an amazing little driver. But, however, Piper will not be racing in Vegas. Piper will not be racing in Vegas. She is not ready, and we want to focus. They want to focus on Rory this time around. It's going to be his first year as a senior driver and stuff. So I think they're going to do a 50-50 drawing option. Like you can help sponsor him by buying a space for like $20 or whatever on a card, and then they do the drawing, and if you win, you get 50% of whatever comes in. So if you're interested, let me know, and I'll let you know. I can send you the links and all that good stuff. But a lot of families do it to kind of help pay for the cost of gas, the cost of tires, all that good stuff. Well, I said I wanted a big bow. Do you think it's big enough? Okay, let's start taking care of the ends here. This bow might be too big. I don't know. It's never too big for big bows. We all need big bows in our life. Bigger the better. Like big hair. Remember big hair in the 70s and 60s or 80s? We need big bows. Okay. Okay. But you're all probably like, well, where are you going to put this bow? Because it's huge. Yep, it is huge. Boom, it's going to go right there. I think I'm going to get the stapler out though, because I want to make sure that it is secured. Okay, so let's go ahead, get the power tools. Okay, Hannah, I'm getting power tools out. You can't, you like big bows, you cannot deny. Yep, we all like big bows, right? Okay, I'm getting the power tools out. My bow's so big and thick, it didn't even go through. Okay. I see how you are, Bo. Bobo Dabra. There we go. And then let's do this side. Just like algebra. What you do on one side, you gotta do to the other. Otherwise, you're not gonna have anything equal. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Okay. So stinking cute. The only thing is like, I have my twine. I'm going to use it, but I'm going to staple it up. That is a fluffy bow, man. It's kind of like, you know, how your hair, you kind of know your, like what kind of hair day you're having by your bow. Okay. So we're going to, I'm going to glue this sign down, but I'm going to staple, I think I'm going to staple it to the bow. There we go. Now my sign is secured. My bow is secured. And let's go ahead and get some glue going on. I absolutely love this. Okay, so let's see. And then let's get old St. Nick and grab another glue stick. Don't look at the back of my wood. So when something doesn't cut right, I pull it off the laser. I still use the wood, just on my projects. So if you order a wood cutout from me, you're going to get clean cuts. Oh my gosh. So cute. Isn't that a beautiful bow? What do you think of the bow? Love it. Okay. So, whoops. Y'all see it? Now you see it, now you don't. Hello everyone. Here is our, oh my gosh, I am absolutely in love with this project. Isn't this the best project I have done in such a long time? I want to thank a designer who inspired me with this project. So she knows who she is. So thank you so much if you're watching. But, oh my gosh, isn't this amazing? I love the colors. I love the green, everything that says Christmas without saying really Christmas. Love it, love it. And you know what? I love that bow. That bow is, oh, that's a killer bow. That is a killer bow. Okay, tell me what you love about this project or what you hate about it. I see. Love it, love it, love it. Absolutely love it. Yes. Oh my gosh. This one turned out amazing. And the bow is, okay, how many times can I say I love the bow? Santa turned out great. Okay, turned off the glue gun. Faye says she loves big bows and she cannot lie. Excuse me. Tanya loves it. Okay, that's what I got for you guys tonight. We have a very cute project that we made using 3 transfers. So you want to go get them, and then you can get $5 shipping if you're in the United States. If you're in Canada, it's $8, flat rate shipping. So you just need to spend $50 or more and you can get that cheap shipping. And it expires Friday. So you want to get in on that before Friday. But absolutely love it. Love everything about this project. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'm going to go in, wash some transfers, make some dinner. I didn't eat dinner last night. I was so busy quilting. I didn't even eat. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, well, I'm not hungry. So, put that on your door. I need to sell this one. This one I need to sell. This is like a $50 door round. Boom. Okay. I will be back on Friday with another inspirational project. Oh, let's just say I already have the project planned. Let's just say we're going to get the Christmas tree out. Okay? Okay. So you all have a great night, and I will see you guys Friday at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. So until then, happy chalking. Good night, everyone.